Hello students, in this video we are going to study the remaining part of chapter number 7. The chapter name is Getting to Know Plants. Class 6, Subject Science and CERT. In the previous videos of this chapter we had seen that there are variety in plants or different kinds of plants are there like herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers. Then after we had seen different parts of the plants. In that first we had seen about stem and what is the function of stem. Then we had seen about leaf and different kind of venation in the leaf or different kinds of leaves. Then we had seen the function of the leaf. Then after we had seen in this chapter that is root, different kinds of roots and the function of roots. Now let me continue with this, the another part of the plant that is flower and the structure of the flower. So here the three figures or the three branches of a rose plant is shown to you. So which one will you help the best to recognize or to identify the plant? By which branch you can identify that this plant is of rose? In the first figure A leafless branch is shown to you. In figure B, a branch with leaves is shown to you. And in figure C, a branch with leaves and flowers is shown to you. So of course, with the figure C or branch which is shown in the figure C, by this we can identify or we can recognize that this plant is of rose because the leaves are there as well as the flower is also there. So from this flower we can identify the plant. So which color did you see for the flower in this figure 7.19.C? So you can see the pink color or red color is there. So have you ever seen flowers on grass, wheat, maize, mango or guava? So you might have seen the flowers on all these plants. So are those brightly colored? So now let us study a few flowers. You will observe that or you can observe that or you might have till now observed that the plants have the flowers and all the flowers of different kinds of plants have the different colors. Now when choosing flowers to study, avoid using marigold, then after chrysanthemum and sunflower. Because in the higher classes you will learn that they are not a single flowers, they are a group of flowers. So avoid to take the example of this kind of flowers. Now next activity is given here. In this we will study about the different parts of the plants. So now let me see the activity number 10. We would require for this activity a bud and two fresh flowers. And each of them, any of them following, you can take the flower of datura, then after China rose, mustard, brinjal and lady's finger. You can also take the gulmohar flower. And also we require blade, a glass slide or a sheet of paper and a magnifying glass and water. Now observe this figure activity number 7, figure number 7.20 carefully and look at the prominent or you can say main parts of the open flower, main parts of this flower. So we can say that these are the main parts of the flowers. So these are known as the petals of the flower. Now the question is that have petals of different colors? This flower has the petals of different color. All the petals are, you can see that they are of the same color, that is of red. Now where do you think the petals are in the close bud? This one is shown the close bud of the flower. So where is the petal? So here you can see that the red color shows the petals of the flower. So now which one is the most prominent or the main part of this bud? So we can see that this green color part is the main part of this bud. So did you see that this part is made up of small leaf like structure? This look like a small leaf or green in color. So they are known as the sepals of the flower. Here in this open flower, the sepal is also, you can see, they are look like small leaves and green in color. Now take a flower and observe its petals and sepals. Now answer these following question like how many sepals does it have? Are they joined together or separate from each other? What are the colors of the petals and sepals? How many petals does this flower have? And are they joined to one another or they are separate from each other? And do the flowers with joined sepals have petals that are separate or also they are joined together? So these questions you have to answer from the flower which you have picked up for the experiment. And then after you have to fill this information in the table which is given to you in the table 7.3. So you have to add this observation in that table, and right now you do not have to fill the last two columns. Let me see this table. Right now you do not have to fill these two columns, that is stamens and pistil. What is these parts that we will study later. So other than that, other information you have to fill. So to see the inner parts of the flower clearly, you have to cut it open. Here in the first column you have to write name of flower or plant, then after name of color of sepals, color of petals and number of petals. Then after, are these sepals joined together or separate from each other? Then same you have to write for petals, and last two you do not have to write now. Now to see this inner part of this flower clearly, we have to cut it open if its petals are joined, from example in dhatura or other bell-shaped flower. Now what is bell-shaped flower? So it is shown here in this figure. This one is the bell-shaped flower which has the shape like bell, which you find in the temples. So the bell-shaped flowers you have to cut it open, and the petals have to be cut lengthwise and spread out so that the inner part can be seen clearly, like this. You have to cut like this, so you can see this inner part of this flower. Then after, remove the sepals and petals to see the other parts of the flower, and study this figure 7.22 carefully and compare your flower with the illustration or the example which is given to you, and identify the different parts of the flower. First one in that is stamens and pistil. So this one is the pistil. Main green part which is in between the stamen is known as the pistil, and this one yellow part, or you can say below it is green in color and the above part is yellow in color. So this is known as the stamens, cream color, and this one yellow part is known as the anthers, and this green part in between is known as the pistil. The different parts are shown to you here. In figure 7.23, the parts of a stamen is shown to you. So now can you recognize these two parts of stamen in your flower? So how many stamens are there in your flower? And draw one stamen and label its different part. Here you can see that above part is known as the anther, and this part below part is known as the filament, which is cream in color, and anther is yellow in color. Now let me see the different part of the pistil. So the innermost part of the flower is called pistil, and it look like this one. It has also different parts, and if you cannot see it completely, then after remove the remaining stamens, so you will find now pistil. Then after, identify the parts of the pistil with this help of this example. This one part is known as the ovary, this middle part is known as the style, and upper part is known as the stigma. So then after, you have to draw neat and level diagram for this pistil in your flower. This labeling of the diagram or the draw the diagram can be asked in your exam. So now to study the different parts of this pistil, one next activity is given to you, that is activity number 11. So now let us now study the structure of ovary, how this ovary look like. So it is the lowermost and swollen part of the pistil. Here in the previous figure we had seen that it is lowermost part and it is swollen part of the pistil, which is known as the ovary, and we will cut this part to study that what is inside that. So look at the figure 7.25a and B carefully to understand how to cut the ovary of the flower. Here it is shown to you. In the one you have to cut the longitudinal part, and in the second you have to make transverse cut. So after cutting this, you will find these two type. First one is longitudinal cut, and this one is transverse cut. You have to cut the ovary like this. So cut the ovary in two different ways as shown in this figure, and to prevent them from drying, you have to put a drop of water in each of these two pieces of the ovary that you had cutted. And then after, observe this part of the ovary using a lens. So now did you see some small beads like structure inside the ovary? Here you can see that the beads like structure are there inside the ovary. So they are called ovules. This is known as the ovules. Here it is written ovules. So now draw and label. You have to draw and label the inner part of the ovary in your notebook, which is shown or which you had observed in your flower. And try to find out the names of as many as flowers as you can by asking the gardeners or any other person. And while this, you have to remember that you do not have to pluck more flowers than you need. And based on what you have filled in table 7.3, you have to answer these following questions like, do all flowers have sepals, petals, stamens and pistils? And are there flowers that do not have one or more of these? Or are there flowers which have parts other than this, which we had studied? So did you find out any other flower which has no difference between sepals and petals, or did you find any flower in which the number of stamens is different from the number of petals? So you will, after studying this much flowers, you will agree that the structure of flower is not always the same. All the flowers has the different kind of structures, like they have different numbers of sepals, petals, stamens, pistils may also have different in the different flowers. Some of these parts may even be absent at a time. So now let me complete the table 7.3. So this one, what I had observed, that is given to you. Name of flower. In rose flower you will find many sepals which are red in color or even different from the red, like pink, yellow. Then after, number of petals and the color of petals. So 5 petals were there and the color was green. They are separate from each other. Stamen is free from the petals and pistil was present. Next was China rose. So sepals were 5 and red in color. Petals were also 5 and green in color. So the sepals are separate from each other. The stamen is also free from petals and pistil was present. Next one was mustard. So there were 4 sepals which are yellow in color. 4 petals were there which were green in color. They are separate from each other. Stamen is also free and pistil was present. Next is brinjal. So 5 sepals were there whose color was violet. The petals were 5 and green in color. They are joined together and the petals are free from, stamen is free from petals and the pistil was also present. So this is the observation. So in this chapter we have studied some features and functions of leaves, stems and roots. We studied the structure of different flowers also. We will learn about the function of flowers in the higher classes, and we will also learn about the fruits in the higher classes. Now here the hard words are given to you. You have to write this in your notebook. The first one is climbers. Next is conduct. Then after, creepers, fibrous roots, herbs. Next one is lamina. Then after, lateral roots, midrib, ovule, parallel venation, petal is there. Next one. Then after next one is petiole. Next is photosynthesis. Then after next is pistil. Next one is reticulate venation. Next one is sepal. Then after next is shrubs, stamen, taproot, transpiration, trees, and veins are there. So these are the hard words for this chapter. Now let me quickly see the summary of this chapter. The first one we had seen in this chapter is plants are usually grouped into herbs, shrubs and trees based on their length and height and nature of stems and branches. Then after we had seen that the stem bears leaves, flowers and fruits. Next we had seen that leaf usually has a petiole and lamina. Then after we had seen the patterns of veins on the leaves is called venation and it can be reticulate or parallel. The next we had seen that the leaves gives out water through the process called transpiration. The next in this chapter we had seen that green leaves make their food own by the process of photosynthesis and in this they are using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Then we had seen about roots, that roots absorb water and minerals from the soil and they also anchor or bind the plant firmly with the soil. Then we had seen types of root. So there are mainly two types of roots, that is taproot and fibrous root. The plants having leaves with reticulate venation have the taproot and the plants having leaves, that is parallel venation, that has the fibrous roots, that is connection between leaves and roots. Then we had seen that the stem conducts water from roots to the leaves and other parts of the plants and the food from leaves to the other parts of the plants. And last we had seen that the parts of a flower are sepals, petals, stamens and pistil. So these are the things we had studied in this chapter. In the next video, we will solve the textbook exercise for this chapter. Thank you.